Go overlay.
Mute everybody. All right.
It's time for the Dugout Crew. Brought to you by the David 3000 Network, MVG Productions, and the 25. And now, here is the Dugout Crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Play ball and batter up. Welcome to the newest season of the Dugout Crew podcast of the 2024 Major League Baseball season. How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I am your new host of the show, Mr. Eric M. Lima. How are you guys doing out there? And I'm going to introduce the crew to you. We got 2/3 of the 3J crew. We got here the other J, Joey Acacia. I don't know. I know he's supposed to be here, but he is not for the time being. I don't know what's up. So I hope he's doing well though. And he will be our representative of the Oakland Athletics while he does report on them. He's the Gorilla Monsoon of baseball, so that's good. But let's introduce the crew. They are here now. To my immediate right is a friend that I've known for 8 years and good online friends. And not only that, he's a big fan of game shows, video games, retro, anything retro. But he's representing the New York Mets, and he'll be also reporting on the Baltimore Orioles. And he's from Florida, Mr. Jason DeCanio. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Eric. Thank you very much. Just got a message from Joey. Said, start the show without me. I'll be a little late.
Okay. All right. So Joey will be in here.
Joey will be here eventually. And we have the Godfather, Dom, a.k.a. Dominic Wilkins.
Dominic Williams, not Dominic Mysterio, who got punched in the face by Becky Lynch, but that's for another time.
Hello and happy opening day. Thank you.
Happy opening day. Yes, right. And below us here is a young man who likes video games. Not only that, he's from the great state of Texas, representing his favorite team, the Houston Astros, who'll be reporting on them, and the defending World Series champion Texas Rangers. Can you believe it? I'm still shocked about that.
I'm shocked at it too, but he's got a lot to talk about on his report.
And he is Jesse Ortiz, aka Jesse Havoc. Jesse, what's going on, my man?
Not much. Just can't be. I mean, getting ready for this season. The Astros will be looking to get that rematch for last year after getting beaten by the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, it's too bad they can't face off each other in the World Series because it's got to be national versus American, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Houston should move back to the National League. Hey, we can go.
That would be great, right? Yeah.
We got to talk about the Texas Rangers, man. I got to tell you, nobody expected them or the Diamondbacks to even make it to the World Series. Now, you talk about these big market teams, you expect the Dodgers, everybody's picking the Dodgers, the Yankees, and everybody else. The Braves, the Phillies, and they were all right in the thick of things, man. But I'll tell you one thing, Texas and Arizona coming out. So Texas has got their World Series championship drought broken. So congratulations to Texas, and they'll be defending their title this year. Speaking of which, predictions and all that, we're gonna go by the predictions for who will win the East in the American League and in the National League. And who do you guys got for both the Eastern Division in that American and National? Jason, let's start with you. Who Who do you think is going to take the
Well,
East?
in the AL East, it looks like Baltimore's got the upper hand again this year because I was looking at the predictions across like on SNY and on just in baseball in general,
Mhm.
and a lot of them are predicting the Orioles to win the East by a lot. I mean, Boston is not going to show up at all. In fact, they'll be at the bottom again this year unless they can pull a miracle out of their hat. It's going to be a Baltimore Yankees. Possibly a Tampa Bay rematch again. So I would say Baltimore would take the division. Tampa Bay is going to give them a run for the money again this year, and the Yankees or the who else is in the AL other than Baltimore Yankees and
Oh, we got the Blue Jays. We got the Blue Jays and the
Blue
Red
Jays.
Sox.
The Blue
Thank
Jays
you.
might play spoiler, but I think that it's going to be between the Baltimore and Tampa Bay, and I say Baltimore is going to come out of it on the AL East.
All right. I guess I see Baltimore too.
Hey,
Happy,
Pizzle, how you
thank
doing,
you,
buddy?
Alex, for coming in. Oh, thank you.
Yep,
Oh,
there we go. Okay.
Okay, very much. Jesse, what about you? Who do you think is going to take the East in the American League and National League?
Well, the Orioles were a shocker last season. Because they're such a young team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be the Orioles this season.
All right, the Orioles will take.
Yeah.
How about the National League? Who do you guys got? Who do you guys think the National League?
Well, I mean,
I'll give my picks.
Well, who do you think in the AL? First off,
Oh, this is a tough one. AL East has always been a competitive division. It has been a very competitive division. Orioles, I see the Orioles come out on top. The Yankees picking up Juan Soto. That's going to be a huge deal. But losing Garrett Cole, though, that's going to be a huge blow. I don't see the. But I see, like I said, lately it's been the Orioles, Tampa Bay, and Toronto being competitive. Usually it's been Red Sox, Yankees.
right? It's a total reverse from last year, and that's the trend that it started.
Yeah, even I think it's after the pandemic. It's been Orioles, Tampa Bay, and Toronto. They've been going at it, ever since the 2020s. Red Sox may surprise us. I don't know if they're going to win the East, but they have some young talent though. At the same time, I think losing Chris Sale, that's going to be a blow to the Red Sox. But if the Red Sox can be consistent and stay consistent and do some winning and all that, we may see them in the wild card race. But I see Baltimore once again trying, because I know they retain most of the folks on the team. So that won the East. I see Baltimore winning the East once again. So
yeah,
and
sounds
as
about
far as the National League East, I think the Braves are going to take it, and I'm sure A Pizzle 90 will be very happy. He's a Braves
he
fan.
probably would be happy about that.
I mean, adding Chris Sale was huge for the Braves. Getting Chris Sale in that trade, I believe the Braves may end up taking the National League East as well. I'm sure Philly's going to give them a run for their money. Watch for the Phillies. And I don't know about the Mets. The Mets might get in run with the acquisition of JD Martinez. I know would help their lineup a little bit, but I see the Braves taking the National League. What do you think, Jace?
Well, I say this time I think Philly's got a chance to do something. I'm going to actually go with Philadelphia and
Philadelphia. Okay, I forgot about them. Yeah.
The Miami might kind of actually take them, give them a chance this year because Miami was hot last year. They went on a little bit of a spree, but then they fell short. And Philly was up there most of the time trying to challenge the Braves while the Mets were completely out, like in fourth place. Nationals, I'm not even going to talk about that team. They just they started off great when they first came around, but ever since 20 years later, I mean, they just have had the worst. They've had what the Marlins had, basically last place every year for the last 6, 7, 8 years. So Mets might actually pull out a wild card. I don't see them winning the division, but maybe this time we can get a wild card and sneak in because there's 3 wild cards now.
Yeah, 3 wild cards. So that's going to be very interesting. That's why I think the Red Sox could surprise us. Alyssa Evans, thank you for coming in and saying hello, and yay Braves for that. She's a Braves fan as well. I'm very happy to.
But so my prediction is Philly, Eric. For
Philly. I can't underestimate Philly because Philly's. With Bryce Harper and that lineup there, that lineup could hit for power. Jesse, what do you think? Who do you think is going to take the National League East?
I think the Braves, but I would like to see them go all the way. They haven't won a title since they were under the ownership of Ted Turner.
Well, actually, they won it in 2021. And by then, I think Ted Turner.
Oh
was
yeah,
no
wait,
longer-
never mind, my bad. Well, yeah, that.
We haven't seen anything big since the Bobby Cox when he was manager. Bobby Cox, he was probably one of the best managers on the Braves.
The ejection king, because I think he's got more ejections than anything else.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know who can give him a run for his money. I mean, we got some hot-headed managers, but
Yeah.
anyway. So,
Well, who do you like in the East, Eric?
I'm going. Like I said, I'm going with the Braves because the addition of Chris Sale, that's going to help them a whole lot. Philly is going to give them a run for their money, like you said. Philly could end up winning the division. They got that good lineup.
And if not the division, they'll get a wild card just like the Mets, possibly. But I don't see the Mets going any higher than a wild card.
True.
At least getting in, that would be good.
Yeah, the Mets could escape by because with the addition of J.D. Martinez, and that helps their lineup a little bit, and that improves their lineup a little bit. Somebody could bat behind Pete Alonso and all that. Since now the DH is universal for both leagues, that'd be perfect.
Yep.
Oh, oops. All right, Central Division, AL, National League. Let's start with the AL. Who do you got in the AL Central, Jason?
Well, it's definitely not the White Sox. I'll tell you that. They didn't even show up last year, and sorry, John Salem, but rest in peace to your White Sox again this year. You guys are finishing on the bottom. The White Sox haven't had a team in like 7-8 years. The Royals, same thing. It's going to come down to the Guardians, Twins, and the Tigers, really. And Twins this year look like the team that they might have that might come out of the shadow a little bit, because the Twins were a good hot team at one time, but the Guardians were always the favorite. The Tigers were always a threat. But I'm picking Minnesota this year. I'm going to pick Minnesota.
I'm not to agree with you there. Minnesota. I know the Guardians still have Terry Francona as a manager. I mean, Francona does not have that magic that he had with the Red Sox.
Right.
Managing 2004, 2007 teams. But if he can get some of that magic back, I think the Guardians may take it, but the Guardians may make it in as a wild card. But I'm going with the Twins on this one.
Okay.
I'm going to Alyssa Evans agrees with me. It'll be the Twins. Jesse, what have you? What do you say? American League Central prediction. What you got?
I think the Twins are going to be good this year.
3 for 3. Okay.
I think they should be on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. If not, then a wild card. But I like you say, I think we can all agree. Twins. I think it's the Twins' year this year.
Rocco Baldelli, who's a fellow New England native.
Yeah,
has done a wonderful job with that team, and I'm sure, I'm sure they'll come out on top.
Oh, we got another one here. He's
Godfather Dom saying the Twins too. Okay,
there you go.
All right,
4 for 4.
Minnesota Twins, Minnesota Twins, home of the Mall of America. Yeah, I mentioned that.
Home of the Geminis, the Twins.
Twins, Gemini, American Gladiators. Okay,
that's right.
All right, NL Central. This ought to be a good one.
Well, who would have thought that the Pirates clinched last year's division title?
Yeah, Pirates.
That's a shock, man, because we always thought the Pirates were like down to the dumps. The Cardinals would have taken it. Cubs were not even there. Reds were close. They came. Yeah. I'm going to pull a rabbit out of your hat and say Cincinnati this year. Finally,
Kevin Henry will be very pleased you say that.
I will pick them because I've always seen them just a little bit. Last year, they got in the wild card, I think. They got one of the wild cards, so that gives me a little hope. I think they're going to pull out a division title this year. Cardinals may not even show up this year. Reds, Brewers, and Pirates. Cubs and Cardinals, bottom. So Reds this year for them. I know I might be going on a fluke, but you never know.
All right. What about you, Jesse? Who you got in the National League Central?
I think the Pirates are going to be my sleeper pick for this year. They shocked the baseball world by clinching that last year.
Yeah. Nobody had anybody predicting the Pirates would have came out of the Central. That's an easy division to win. Anybody could have won that division last year, and the Pirates just showed that they wanted it more than any other of the 4 teams or the 5 teams.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, oh, Godfather says the Cubs. He must
Oh
know something.
boy,
He
he's
must. He
he's
must
going
know
for the
something we don't.
underdog here. The Cubbies. Woo! What does Godfather know that we don't?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I say,
A scepter we don't. He is the
must
Godfather. That's why he,
makes an offer we can't refuse. Huh?
That's right. Exactly.
Forget about it. Anyways, yeah. So my prediction, usually NL Central usually become known as the Comedy Central because no teams, get out of 500 and all that. It's going to be a tough call. The Pittsburgh Pirates shocked to they won the division, and I may be thinking going with the Brew Crew on this one, but I know Cincinnati's going to give them a run for their money too. So I'm not going to go because Milwaukee's always been in the thick of things.
Milwaukee's always been a threat to every team in the not only the Central but in the whole league.
Yeah, the whole league. So I'm going to
And
go
we
with
got to
Milwaukee.
open up with them tomorrow.
Yeah,
really?
So Milwaukee may end up taking the NL Central. I see Cincinnati going in there as a wild card as well. But like I said, anything can happen at this rate. Like I said, we didn't expect the Texas Rangers and the Diamondbacks to go all the way to the World Series and Texas winning the whole dang thing. So it's like,
that's right, yeah.
So anything is possible at this rate. So I'm gonna go with the Brewers on this one.
Okay.
All right. Oh, so let's head to the final division, the West, American League, National League. I know National League.
West. Wow, this is Joey and Jesse's area of expertise right here.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with Jesse? I know Jesse on his mind. He's got water on the brain right now for this one.
Yeah, Jesse, what you got for us? Let's start with you.
Fire away, Monstro.
Both the Rangers and the Astros are in the West.
So now you got to choose between that and
because both you got your Astros always in the thick of things in the playoffs, and your Rangers, defending World Series champs. Who you got, Jesse?
Well, the Astros have always been consistently going to the playoffs each year. So I'm going to put them on top of Texas because, it's kind of hot. Last year we had a hard time defending our title, and, we got knocked out of the playoffs by the Rangers, and they took the title.
Godfather agrees with you. He says, AOL, give me Texas. Oh, boy. There we go.
You pick the Astros. So the Rangers. Jason, what about you, man?
Well, now see the West is one of those. Just like the NL West, it's the same kind of thing. You never know who's coming out of that division, like we saw last year. Yeah. The favorites, of course, are Houston and the Angels. The Mariners. I'll tell you one thing. The Mariners had a very interesting season last year. They hung around for a while. I think they barely got in the wild card. I think maybe the third wild card. I'm going to pick Seattle this year to go. Actually,
Seattle, okay.
Yeah,
Seattle's always on that cusp, and then
they love to play spoiler, but I think somehow they pull a rabbit out of their hat. And golly, geez, maybe I'm wrong, but you know what? We'll see what happens after the first half of the season, and then I may have to change my prediction again.
Yeah, we'll get to that one too. All right, as far as for me, this is a tough one. Like I said, Texas, Houston, always in the middle of things. Like you said, Seattle was going to come flying up there.
Yeah,
I believe the Texas Rangers may end up being the AL West champions. Houston and Seattle may end up going for a wild card. But who knows for sure what will happen then? Texas is defending World Series champs. I think they got most of that team still intact.
Mm-hmm.
I see Texas end up, except for Jordan Montgomery. He's gone. He's gone from Texas. That's the only blow they have.
Right.
But, so I may see, but Texas may end up retaining, going up, hitting the West. So I'm going with Texas on that one.
Okay.
All right, National League West. I think we all know what's going to happen here.
Well, we all thought it was the Dodgers last year, but look what happened. Arizona came out and just you surprised everybody. But no, the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers clinched, but Arizona had the wild card, and look what happened.
Yeah, Arizona. It's gonna be a tough one because the Giants end up picking up Blake Snell. We all thought the Padres would contend, getting Bogarts, under Bogarts, but they lost Juan Soto. That's gonna be a tough one. Blow to their lineup. I mean, a blow to their lineup. So we don't know what the Rockies are. The Rockies,
Well, the
No.
Rockies didn't even show up last year. The poor Rockies. They played a lot of spoiler games. This year, I'm actually going to say the Diamondbacks. I'm going to pull out a division win.
Mm.
They were a wild card last year and they went all the way. I think this time they give the Dodgers a run for their money. So I'm going to pull Arizona out of the old bag for that one. Your
Well,
godfather says he wants the Dodgers. No, like,
yeah.
come on, no surprise.
I mean, if I'm gonna, Jesse, what do you think before I can give my answer?
Yeah.
Because
I think the Dodgers should be come back and win it this season.
Yeah.
They should be able to, despite their struggles.
Just remember this also, gentlemen. The Dodgers and the Padres have 1-1 apiece. They played that game in another country and
South in Korea.
South Korea. So they
Okay.
split 2 games apiece, and the Dodgers have the first place right now with 1-1.
Mm.
First home run. Oh,
Mike Trout.
Get your
Mike
butt
Trout.
in here, you hockey puck.
David 3000 Network. There he is.
Yeah, well, he needs to be in here. What is he doing outside of the whole thing? First home run of the season belongs to Mike Trout.
Anyways.
Oh.
Okay, for the National League West prediction. Now, the Dodgers edition of Shohei Ohtani and their for $700 million. I know if that whole gambling thing, if you can get over that, but I'm sure that that Ohtani will probably focus on playing baseball more.
Yeah.
Than anything. Because, the Japanese have always been focused and always, straight ahead, always focused and concentrating. And if he can do well, and and keep that situation out of his mind, I think he'll do great. He'll help the Dodgers out. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who they signed for $300 million, struggled in spring, in the spring training. But if he can get himself together and get going and be the pitcher that he was in Japan, I think the Dodgers may end up taking the National League West. Like you said, Arizona. I expect Arizona and San Diego to challenge the Dodgers. Maybe San Francisco with the acquisition of Blake Snell. That's going to be huge. Arizona just picked up Jordan Montgomery from their opponents, the World Series champ, the Texas Rangers. So I think, that's probably the reason why they're thinking Arizona could end up winning that division, because the addition of Jordan Montgomery. So
possible, because if you got a wild card from last year, that gives them the confidence to go into this year with nothing to lose, really.
Yeah, basically. So
the only way they can blame it is blame themselves if they have a terrible season. No one else can blame them, because they really pulled up a good fight last year, eliminated the Dodgers for crying out loud, for the sake of it, and that's it.
Yeah, so we got the Dodgers.
Okay. Joey says he won't be able to make it today. Sorry, Joey. Well,
no
problem. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week, Joey.
Fill in for him.
Well, if he decides to.
Yeah, David, bring your butt in here. And I was playing.
It's up to David what he wants. I mean, this is his channel, anyways. Let's go on.
Wait a minute. We got another comment from Dominic here. He says AL East and NL East would be the Orioles and the Braves. Okay. That's about right.
All right. Yeah. So I'm picking the Dodgers to win the West, because with the addition of Ohtani and Yamamoto, and you got, like I said, the Braves and the Diamondbacks. No, not the Braves and the Padres and Diamondbacks. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give them a run for their money, and the Giants too, because with the addition of Blake Snell. So that's going to be.
Giants might play spoiler, but the Rockies, no, not this year. No, I don't see the Rockies coming out of the last. I'm
leaving the Rockies out of it.
Yeah,
they have not been the same since they got swept by the Red Sox back in 2007.
That's right.
So, okay, MVP predictions: American League, National League. Who you got for an MVP?
Oh my gosh,
this is a tough one.
Yeah, because for me, look, I say. MVP, it depends. I mean, batting title was won by Jeff McNeil about 2 years ago. He's got a chance to if he proves himself worthy of it. So is Brandon Nimmo. I highly doubt any of us Mets guys are going to get a chance at it unless we really have a stellar season from the polar bear. I say Freddie Freeman from the Braves, and that's just a long
Oh,
shot.
Braves? No, he's with the Dodgers now.
I thought he was with the Braves.
No, the Dodgers picked him up.
Oh, he did. Wow, because Freddie Freeman's always been a thorn in the Mets side. Kind of like the old cliche of it. Same like Travis d'Arnaud, who's another trader.
Yeah.
So, but I say Freddie Freeman, regardless of who he's playing with, he's just got a career that was continue to go on. So NL, Freddie Freeman.
All right. AL?
AL, I don't know too many people on the AL. I'll say anybody from the Orioles. Not
Adley Rutschman would be the guy.
okay. Well,
Adley Rutschman would be good.
So that's
Jesse, what about you, my man? What you got? Who you got? For AL,
well, last year Shohei Ohtani won.
Yeah, the AL MVP. That was us last year with the Angels.
Maybe Jose Altuve will win it.
Jose Altuve. Okay.
Altuve.
Yeah. So that's your AL MVP. How about NL MVP? Do you think Ohtani will win it in the National League?
If he could stray away from gambling, because he doesn't know how to hold them. He doesn't know how to fold them. He doesn't know when to walk away. But if he can, he will definitely get the NL MVP this year.
All right. AL MVP. All right. So you're picking Ohtani then. AL MVP for me, it's going to be a tough one. There's lots of good players out there for each team. I may have to go with a Yankee player. I never thought I would say that as a Red Sox fan, but Aaron Judge, he has been hitting the ball pretty good. I think with the acquisition of Juan Soto, but with the Yankees losing Garrett Cole for possibly the whole entire season, that's a big blow. That's a big blow. And if the Yankees even make it to a playoffs, but Aaron Judge, the way he's been hitting and all that, if he can keep it up. But not Aaron Judge. No. Let's go with Toronto. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladdy. I think he's going to have another monster season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for the American League National League. Like you said, if you can stay focused on baseball and not on the gambling situation. Well, like I say, he's paid $700 million. When you have that kind of money, you're a target.
Yeah.
You're a target, and I think that's what's been happening here. People will ask him for money for whatever reason. Shohei Ohtani be a nice guy and say, "Give me
all that money."
Well, they're going to still be questioning him. Yeah. The only thing, they said, according to the reports, he's not in trouble, but they're still going to question him as to how his agent got access to all that money.
Yeah,
why would you give access to your agent when your agent is supposed to be, have his own money? The agent's making plenty of money already. Why in the heck?
Computer hacking, maybe
of his big. I know there's a lot of money in there involved, but that's just greed, and that's why number one, his agent got fired, which is a smart move by Ohtani. But he's now going to put a shadow on Ohtani, and it's going to be a big scandal if anything. We just got to find out what Ohtani's going to say. Is he going to throw the guy under the bus or what?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Well, his interpreter got fired as well, and his interpreter was the one that got that started up. Well, here's the weird. They said Ohtani's not going to be investigated by the league or anything like that, which puts up an interesting question, interesting situation, because if Ohtani, this puts the league in between a rock and a hard place if you think about it. Because Ohtani's their money guy right now, the league's money guy. He's the most popular guy in the league right now. And I'm a big fan. I love Ohtani. He's a great ball player. Would
you say he's the face of the league right now?
Yeah, he's probably he would save the face of the league right now. If you suspend Ohtani, that not only puts a dent in your relationship with Japan, that could ruin the chances of more Japanese players coming over to the major leagues.
That's true.
And plus the Dodgers would have wasted $700 million on the poor guy, on the guy that probably wouldn't be playing.
Right.
and that would hurt the league big time financial wise.
Plus, he's got endorsements. He's got other, contracts.
endorsements, and
Take those away
Be
from him.
catastrophic.
that's
because
gonna.
these players don't.
Catastrophe.
That's
Yeah.
right. These players just don't rely on their salary. They've got endorsements. They've got other things that they're making money other than betting. Which we know Otani is not betting, but
He's not. I don't see Otani as the gambling guy.
I don't see it.
We saw what happened to Pete Rose.
Yeah.
We all know
Speaking of which,
he's trying to get back in the league or trying to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Here's the thing. To Pete Rose, you brought that up. If you don't suspend Otani, there could be an outcry from the Pete Rose fans or the Pete Rose contingent.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's in the rock and a hard place, and Red fans. I wish we had Kevin Henry on here. I'm sure he's he would have had something to say on this, but he's a Red fan.
Would too. What we should do this year is have one special guest on who is a big basketball fan out there. So if anybody would like to be join the Dugout Crew for one of the episodes, come on. We'd love to have you here and express your opinions. It'd be great. Not just to fill in, but just to come in and be a part of the show for 1 week.
We would love we love that. David can get the word out, and any baseball fans out there.
I spread it all too. I have to give my report. I have to leave in about.
Okay. Oh shoot! It's already 3:30.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get your report about the Mets and the Orioles, Jason.
Okay. Well, as far as the Orioles are concerned, I mean, this year they're looking really good. I think the acquisitions they made are going to show that they've got a chance to continue on winning the AL East. They're gonna but once again, you're up against Tampa Bay. That's going to be a thorn in your side for the rest of the season. If they play hard and they just go out there, do their thing. And now with that Francis Scott Key Bridge situation where the port is now closed and you've got traffic that can't get over the bridge, I don't know if it affects anything of them getting to the stadium. I don't know if there's any interaction as far as how close the stadium is to the bridge.
That's right.
We didn't think about that, and that's Baltimore right there. That's the heart and soul of all those jobs now, and they're losing $9 million a day because of the port not being closed. $9 million, no jobs, and you're talking about 12 to 15 ships that can't get out either. They're all blocked. And it's going to take them 5 years to rebuild that bridge. I don't know what's going to happen, but right now it's so up in the air. I know that the people of Baltimore, we're praying for you, but I know that you guys want a great baseball season to take your mind off of the things, and baseball's a big thing. So I bet you that home opener tonight that they're going up against, whoever they're playing, is going to really be supportive. They're probably going to pay tribute to the people who lost their lives on the bridge, was the 6 individuals. They were construction workers. They rescued 2. But there were still 6 not accounted for. Then, unfortunately, they fell 200 feet to their death. And they were and what were they doing? Fixing potholes. 1:30 in the morning, fixing potholes. So they were the overnight construction crew. So our prayers and our thoughts go to all the victims of the families. We pray for you here on the Dugout Crew, and we hope that Baltimore has a fantastic season and pays tribute to those people who lost their lives on the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Now for the Mets, look, JD Martinez. I mean, come on, we knew that Alonso needed a backup. The DH position right now, I'm glad we got rid of Vogelback. I'm so glad of that. That man can go and play somewhere else and probably going to have a great season now that he's not under the pressure of New York. You know what I mean? So Martinez comes in and DHs. And you know what? Between him and Alonso, I bet you they can knock off first base easily. Because sometimes Alonso was DHing and somebody else was taking first base. So take the pressure off of him. Do what it's got to do. Diaz is back. We're ready to go. The trumpet man's ready to go. I'm telling you, now we just got to get Kodai Senga back. And I think he'll be back in about 2 weeks as he started throwing, rehabbing real good. We got a great rotation. I mean, my report is that we're going to look good the first couple of weeks. The thing we have to do is stay consistent. Stay consistent because Brandon Nimmo, you got it going. You are our captain. Sterling Marte's back. Lindor, you just got to have a great season and start hitting some more home runs out there. If you can get 30 out of him this year again, well, I think we got a chance.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the first week. So,
all right. All right. Well, before we get Jesse's report, we had to continue. A lot because David's going to get upset with me if we don't go over. What team had the best off season other than the Dodgers? To me, it's going to be the Orioles.
mm-hmm.
To me, the Orioles are going to stay. They have not lost any of their players.
Yeah,
I think that will be helpful. And according best team rivalry matchups to watch this season.
Oh yeah,
Jesse said it to me. Texas and Houston, the Astros and Rangers.
That's something to look out for. But of course, the Mets and the Braves, Mets and the Yankees, the Subway Series, of course, Chicago, the White Sox and the Cubs. Always,
Boston, New York, obviously.
LA Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. I mean, there you go.
Dodgers, Giants, obviously.
Giants, Padres. Yeah, I mean everybody in that team, and then the Reds and the Cardinals, Cubs, Brewers. Any of those guys. Yeah, Pirates are going to kind of play it.
Yep.
And then the Orioles and the Rays. I mean, they're a rival team that they were hanging on each other. Yankees and Red Sox again.
Yeah, Blue Jays, Baltimore, Toronto, Baltimore, Toronto.
Whoever they face, it's going to be a test for them because they've got to really prove worthy of getting a higher seed in the wild card.
Yeah. Okay. Orioles and Dodgers are spring training teams. They're the best teams in spring training. Orioles, Jackson Holiday reassigned to minor league camp. Two players made it to their opening day roster: Wyatt Langford for the Rangers and Jackson Churio for the Brewers. Congratulations to them. And MVP predictions. I'm picking Vladimir Guerrero and Ohtani for the National League. Cy Young Award prediction. This is going to be interesting. For the American League, it's going to be a tough one.
Well, I just got some breaking news here to tell you. Sean Reed Foley has a right shoulder impingement, according to Newsday's Tim Healy. He will start the season on the injured list. It was the last-minute rotation.
That's what it is. That's
yep.
Hey,
he's been with them since 2021. He's pitched 38 in the third innings, 4.93 ERA. The rest of the Mets' 8-man bullpen includes Diaz, Jake Dykman, Lopez, Adam Adativo, Brooks Riley, and Drew Smith. So Foley is out for who knows how long. Could be the 15-day, could be the 60-day. Just depends. Oh man, that's just when we lost Senga that for the starting position, and we didn't know how long he was going to be out. Thank God it was not that bad. Let's just hope it's not that bad for Sean Reed Foley,
Well, let's see. For the American League pitching Cy Young Award, I'm predicting that Nathan Eovaldi for Texas is going to win the American League Cy Young Award. And for the National League, I'm thinking Chris Sale. If he can. So Eovaldi and Chris Sale, former 2 Red Sox 2018 champions. I think they're going to be winning Cy Young Awards. What do you guys think? Who do you are you
for the pitchers right now? It's so close in the National League and in the American League. Pitching wise, I mean, these guys have some pretty good arms. It's just a matter of who's healthy. I would have to come up with a better prediction on it. I couldn't say right now.
All right.
I mean, I would pick one of my guys, but guys are already on the freaking IL. Forget about Cy Young. If you're on the IL, you ain't getting no Cy Young.
What about you, Jesse? Who do you got?
Most of the starting rotation for the Astros is out. So
there you go.
Verlander.
Yeah, right.
Verlander, McCullers, Urquidy, and Luis Garcia, who never seems to stay healthy, and then Kendall Graveman is out for the season with shoulder. So it's like I don't know.
They ought to put an award for the guy who's got the most injuries in the entire league.
Yeah.
And give him the IL award for the year. The injured list most injured guy on in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, what's Verlander doing? Banging Kate Upton, cheapest. Come on now. Well,
Yeah.
we got a woman who's got a body like Kate Upton. You can't resist. Anyways, and Verlander probably injured himself trying to.
Well, no, you got.
Let's try this. Ow! I pulled my groin.
Let me
Okay.
put it to you this way: DeGrom and Scherzer. I mean, they go to Texas and win the World Series, but what happens? They start the year. They end the year on the injured list. They come on the Rangers lineup, and they're going to be injured again.
That's why I picked Evaldi because I think Nathan Evaldi has
Yeah.
such a.
The
So that's why.
Scherzer's only good for like maybe 45 games tops, and DeGrom, as old as he is, these guys are out of their prime, man. The Mets roughed them up so much. That's why they went to Texas to kind of make their lives a lot easier. But
Corbin Burns.
there you go.
All right. So okay. All right. Last prediction.
I got to leave here, so
all right.
I'm going to head out.
I'll see you guys later. I'll get your prediction for Rookie of the Year next week.
Yeah, we definitely will. You know how to close out the show, right?
Let's see.
Gathering crowds and put the overlay
on. Okay. Layout and overlay.
And gathering crowds. You got it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We'll start at 4:30, Eric, for DMS.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Catch you guys later.
Catch you later.
See you.
Bye-bye.
All right, Jesse, just you and me. We got the AL National League Rookie of the Year award predictions. Who do you think is going to be Rookie of the Year for both leagues? Do you know?
Too early to say for me. How about you, Eric?
Well, I'm going to say this is all right. To me, the AL, I believe a Red Sox player is going to win Rookie of the Year. I thought last year Masataka Yoshida was going to take it, but he did not take it. I believe Cedane Rafaela. He's been on fire in spring training, and if he can keep up, and if he can give him some consistent, at bats in there, I believe Cedane Rafaela will be the American League Rookie of the Year. The Red Sox do very, very well in that endeavor, and I remember the last Rookie of the Year that the Sox had. You had to date back to 2007. Dustin Pedroia ended up winning that one. I think he did win the MVP too that year. But so Cedane Rafaela, if he does win the Rookie of the Year, would be the first one since Pedroia pulled that off. As far as National League, if Yoshinobu Yamamoto can get going and not worry about what he did in spring training, he can get going and start pitching lights out and all that and stay healthy, I think he's your Rookie of the Year. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He'll be your Rookie of the Rookie of the Year. So, all right, then. Now we can get you your thoughts on your news for the Astros and Rangers. So, what is going on?
Well, so far the injuries are a bad start to this season. We got Justin Verlander out with a shoulder inflammation, so he'll return April 19th. Lance McCullers, forearm, expected to be out until July 1st. Same thing with Quiddy. He's out, expected to be out until May 1st. Luis Garcia, once again, out with his elbow. He's not going to play until early July. And then Kendall Graveman is out for the season with the shoulder. So that's a lot of pitching. That's a lot of pitching that the Astros are going to be missing. But at least they'll have Justin Verlander on the 19th.
So, yeah, my heart goes out to you, man. Like all your Rangers become World Series champs, and then,
it's always hard for a team to go back to back World Series.
Yeah, we haven't had
it last season, but what I'm happy with is the manager of the Astros. I forgot his name. Rusty. Oh wait, was it Rusty Baker or Dusty Baker? Yeah, Dusty Baker finally got a ring, and he can retire on top.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Let's see. So all right, I'm going to report on the Red Sox right now. I'm trying to find the I'm trying to find because I saw it on Reddit yesterday. They acquired a pitcher from Tampa Bay. He's Japanese. So I'm gonna try to find the name. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Okay. Um, I can't believe the Maestro from WCW follows me on X now, which I think is crazy.
That's
But
cool.
so he's a cool dude. All right. Let's see. I know the Red Sox will be starting off. The opening day roster goes like this for the rotation. You got Brian Bale, who will be starting against Seattle. We have a 40-game series against Seattle. Mick Pivetta, Cutter Crawford, Garrett Whitlock, and Tanner Houck. Oh, wait a minute. Guess who's coming in? Weisenheimer here.
3,000.
Hey, David, what's going on?
Doing
David,
good.
what's going on?
Chase.
Yeah, Joey wasn't able to make it. Jason had to leave.
Oh yeah, for the news program.
Yeah, for the news program. And we just got done doing going over your list. We'll get Jason's prediction for Rookie of the Year next week.
Okay.
And
Pretty cool.
so I'm going over my Red Sox report. Jesse already done his Astros and Rangers reports.
Mhm.
In the bullpen, you get Kenley Jensen, Chris Martin, Josh Winkowski, Anderson, Campbell, Slayton, Jolie Rodriguez, and Weissert. And we also have Liam Hendricks waiting in the wings, but right now he's recuperating, and I'm sure he's going to be. We'll probably get him on mid-season. That's going to Liam Hendricks. Addition to him, that's going to help anchor a bullpen. Unless we give away
Mhm.
Kenley Jensen, I think Jensen and Hendricks could be a lethal combination in the bullpen. That's why I'm thinking the Red Sox might do well because Liam Hendricks, and also I think he's also recovering from cancer as well. So to see
Yep.
Liam Hendricks, I like to see him come back and really, really give it all he's got. And then you got for the infield, Tristan Casas, Bobby Dahlbeck, Rafael Devers, Reyes, Trevor Story, and Manuel Valdez. And then for Pablo Reyes, Willier Abreu, Jaron Duran, Tyler O'Neill, and Sedane Rafaela. Yoshida is going to be the DH, which I think is going to be huge. Reese McGuire and Connor Wong in spring training. Oh boy, he was on fire in spring training, and Connor Wong.
Yep.
So I'm really, really excited about that. Okay, here we go. I got it. The Red Sox did get a right-handed pitcher from Tampa Bay, Naoyuki Uwasawa from the Rays. And he may, he joins the Red Sox. He may end up starting the season in the minors. They're probably calling him up too, if need be. I think Uwasawa and Hendricks, they could be the key. They could be the main ingredients the Red Sox could be missing. And I think if those guys can, those two, when they come up and they get going, I think the Red Sox might do well. And that,
Mhm.
that would help out the Red Sox immensely. As far as scheduling is concerned, let me just that's all, folks. Let's see. Boston Red Sox. Red Sox.
They
Okay.
got the Mariners first.
Yeah, we got the Mariners. I'm trying to get at 10 past 10, which I'm unable to. All right, so right now, we got the Mariners in a 4-game series.
Yep.
I'll probably watch them on the weekend. Then we're going to Oakland for a 3. Mariners for a 4-game series. Oakland for a 3-game series. April Fool's Day. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. So then the West Coast trip. Good way to start out the season. Go to West Coast and everybody's dang asleep here in New England. Cheapest. Yeah. So yeah. We got the Angels in a 3-game series too. April week. Oh, WrestleMania weekend. Because the Angels are WrestleMania weekend. Then Monday off, we got home opener against the Baltimore Orioles. That's during my vacation, which I'll be watching these games, or probably between. I'll probably go back and forth. on the Orioles games, and then the Angels come to town for a 3-game series, and then Cleveland with old friend Terry Francona for a 4-game series up, and that's mostly the first half of April. That's going to be a
Yep.
so. Like I said, and we did a lot of predictions and on all that. We were predicting who would win the American League. We talked a little bit about the Otani situation,
Oh
which
yeah.
the gambler, because I don't see Otani as a gambler. He goes out and plays baseball. These
That's what he
Japanese
does.
players, these Japanese players have always been focused and always, they play the game. They worry about nothing else.
Yep.
Shohei Otani, but like I said, when you have a lot of money like Otani has, you're a target. You're an easy target because people could come in and get money and they can spin whatever they would give any excuse why they want your money, and then and they go and that could be the reason why I think Otani is they're probably thinking Otani is gullible. And that's probably the problem. And I don't think Otani is gullible, but still, they probably, because the language barrier and all, these guys can play Otani for a fool, which I feel bad. And I like Otani. He's one of the best players ever out there. And like I said, like I told Jesse and Jason, that the league is caught between a rock and a hard place. If you suspend Otani or ban him for life from baseball, that's going to put a black eye on not only Major League Baseball, because he's your face of baseball right now, Major League right now, but a black eye in Japanese baseball that could cause some friction, an international incident. It can end up being political, if you will.
Yeah.
And
I agree with the political part.
Yeah, the political part. But like I said, if you don't suspend Otani, then you get the outcry from the Pete Rose fans, the contingent, the family, and all that. Pete Rose himself may protest this whole thing. But and I forgot to mention this part. You got to remember the Pete Rose situation back in the 90s. It was a different regime in the Major League.
It was the manager.
Yeah, he was the manager too. But there was a different regime back then as far as the league is concerned, the league management office. Because it was Bart Giamatti was the one that suspended him. And Faye Vincent took over from after Giamatti passed away, and he upheld that. But now that Vincent, I don't know if he's still alive or not. Faye Vincent, I'm going to find out if he is. But I know Giamatti's dead. Obviously. So
while you're looking that up, I'll explain why I wasn't here at the beginning. Because like I said, I'm not going to be here for every single episode because I'm still busy with other life things right now, and I don't want to have the pressure of coming on here every single week, so that's why I have Eric here for you guys. And until something changes in my life and it's gonna stick this way, I'm not leaving the show because, like I said before, I'm the EP of the show, but I'm just here for whenever I feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, if we need you to fill in, we'll fill in. Because Joey Casey wouldn't be able to make it, and Jason had to leave early to do the other thing. So I'll probably join you guys on DMS 3000 just to promote the show.
And are you going to stay up and watch the game tonight for the Red Sox?
I'm afraid not. I'm going to get some sleep. I'll probably go check on. I'll probably check on it via Twitter and all that good stuff. So unless I can find.
I don't know if I asked you this before, but do you have like a DVR that you can record?
No, I don't. No? Unfortunately, I do not. No. If they decide to replay the game, like for the afternoon and all that, I'll probably check it out.
Let me actually see if they do that.
Because I got to wake up early one morning. I'll probably would check. I always try to check the scoreboard. If I miss a game, I'll probably check on the scoreboard to see.
So they were playing the game tomorrow at 7 a.m. and then they would play it again at 10 a.m. and then they would play it again at 6 p.m.
7 a.m. because I work 6 to 10. Like I said, my job is like early in the morning, so that's probably the reason why. So,
this is for both Nessun and Nessun Plus, but not at the same time. It's different.
I probably would catch one at 10 a.m. when I get home.
Yeah, that'll be on the main Nessun channel.
Main Nessun channel.
But So I know Jason is representing both
That's North
Baltimore
Coast.
and Mets. And what
Uh,
about you, Eric, for Red
I'm,
Sox and what else?
I'm just going to do Red Sox. I'm just going to do Red Sox.
Okay.
You're not going to be on as much. So I'm going to just do Red Sox. Jesse's got the Texas teams there, the defending champ Texas Rangers, and the Houston Astros. That lead with the Rangers now winning. I forgot to mention this. With the Rangers, and we're almost out of time here. That leaves, was it 5 other teams that have not won a World Series? We know Colorado, San Diego, Tampa Bay, Seattle.
Hmm.
I'm trying to go down the list. See who has not won a World Series at all, at all. Not counting
And
drought.
Seattle has never been in the World Series.
Never
Period.
been in the World Series. Never won one. San Diego has been in the World Series twice. Well, once in '84 against the Padres, and in '98 against the Yankees. They never won a
Hmm.
World Series. Tampa Bay's been there. Philly beat
Yep.
them, and Dodgers beat them. Never won a World Series. Um, Seattle, as you mentioned, I'm trying to. The Pirates won theirs in 1979.
Yep.
Um, Cardinals, Reds, Pirates. Who also is in the? Who else was also in the NL Central?
Oh,
Uh,
in the NL Central, the teams are the Cubs.
they won a
Um,
World Series in 2016.
yep. Uh, there's the Cardinals, Brewers, Pirates, and Reds. That's the NL Central. But
Okay. Oh, here we go. There are 5 teams left now. Yes, the Brewers. We forgot about
oh
the
yeah, I forgot
Brewers,
about
who have always been in the thick of
yeah.
things. The Brewers made it to the World Series in '82, but the Cardinals beat them.
Yep, I
So
forgot about that.
yeah, Milwaukee's due for a World Series win. That's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Yep.
they're going to be a threat. So, like I said, nobody expected the Rangers and the Diamondbacks to go all the way, and much less the Rangers
Nope,
winning.
that was
So,
crazy. Yep.
so anything is possible this season.
And with
Purple Goblin, how you doing? Who do I think is going to win a World Series? Shoot,
save
it's
the
too.
predictions for next week.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week, Purple Goblin. That's going to be a tough call to
Okay.
make, anyways, and we'll be thinking all day unless when we get Jason and Joey in here, and
Yeah,
and
save it for
we'll
next week.
save that for next week, and plus we'll get there. Jason, we'll get Joey's predictions on everything. So,
We have 3 more minutes left anyway.
is that 3 more minutes? So,
And
any
for
last words from
Joey,
you, gentlemen? I know.
uh, for Joey, is he only representing the A's or is he picking another team?
He's probably representing the A's. He'll talk about the A's.
Okay,
That's
all
his
right.
prerogative.
Well, that's pretty much on my end. I want to thank everybody who participated in my live stream last night, and if that goes successful for the final uh ratings that's concerned, I may do another episode next week, or I'll see how things go with that. And new episodes of the Doug Group podcast Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you guys next week. So Eric, do
Yeah.
the rest.
All right, Jesse. Any last words before we go? Jesse.
My I just think this season's gonna be awesome.
All
I
right.
think we're gonna have some bench clearings too.
Been clearing brawls, and we need those. It's going to be a good
Yeah.
season, guys. Thank you for all for tuning in to the show. My first time hosting it is an honor. I want to thank
Yep.
those who have come in the live chat: Alyssa Evans, A Pizzle, 90, Godfather, Dominic Williams, the Purple Goblin, 57. Thank you guys for watching, and for all of you baseball fans out there, thank you for tuning in. So until then, hope your life hits a home run, and never strike out. So see you guys. Have a great and wonderful day. Enjoy your teams. Root for your teams, and we shall see you on the next episode. Thank you and so long for now.